There are few things more globally respected than art. It defines time periods, cultures, and people all over the world. This is why art is commonly thought to be one of the hardest professions. Now, I just like to toss that thinking out the window because art isn't hard. Hold on, don't get your artsy panties in a bunch. Let me explain myself. The only reason why I say art isn't hard is that anything can be art. Whether it's some Renaissance masterpiece or that scribble you drew on the wall in crayon when you were 5, that's all art. So now you're probably asking, if anything is art, why aren't I making millions right now? Why are there schools to study art? Why do people make millions in art if anyone can do it? To answer that, I'd like to compare something I did when I was 13 to something I did recently. Which one looks better to you? You probably said the more recent work. Why? Because art isn't the hard part. Visual appeal is. Now you're probably asking, why do some things appeal to me more than other things? Well, let's find out. It's no secret that the majority of people rely on sight as their dominant sense. That being said, our eyes record a ton of information into our brains daily. With that, our brains and eyes are pretty synchronized. What we see can affect our emotions, and we don't even know it. Take, for example, color. There has been extensive research on how color affects the brain. Various colors make us feel a certain way. Red makes us feel intense. It gets our blood pumping faster and our adrenaline going. Blues and purples, on the other hand, soothe us, making us feel calm and relaxed. This kind of thinking is used in things like advertisement. It affects us so subtly, we don't know we're being affected. Well, color is nice and all, but what about something more complex, like design? Design, especially when it comes to characters and environment, rely on familiarity. The more grounded something is in its reality, the more comfortable we feel about it. This is why extensive years of anatomy study are required to be an animator. Not only do good character designs feel more real in their environment, but they make us feel other things as well. The best example is what we find cute in a character. The conventional cute character has a round face, large eyes, a small nose, and the facial features tend to be close together. This is because characters like this remind us of babies. Now, whether you like babies or not is out of the question. Cute triggers a nurturing part of our brain, thus adding more appeal. Another aspect of appeal is expression. Humans not only have the ability to recognize faces, but also expression. The weird thing about expression is that when we see it, it triggers the same neurons it would if we were making that face ourselves. This explains why we feel comfortable when an expression is drawn correctly, and creeped out if something looks detached from the rest of the face. It's funny what your brain does when you look at art. The more you empathize with what you're looking at, the better you'll like it. That's why you probably like the more recent picture compared to the one I did when I was 13. Art isn't what takes years of practice to develop. Visual appeal is.